All right. Hopefully, I'll be able to link those two together. All right, so this is the first thing, the thing that really caught my attention, the Death Nut Challenge. And this is through blazingfoods.com, can be gotten on Amazon as well. 2.0, the Carolina Reaper Peanuts Insanely Hot Challenge. And of course, you got the skull on there and this, that, and the other. It's got a lot of warnings and things into it. And I'll go over the rules more in detail when I get to them. It's got five different levels of peanuts that are coated in different things. There are some rules to it. There's a website you can post yourself to. And, if you want to get a kick, look at some of these people that have done it. Some people do it. Some people that you think wouldn't do it can't get through it. This, that, and the other. So, I wasn't about to get into the Death Nut, which is, I've just read all those to you. It's not listing the Scoville heat units, but you can just take a quick look, pause, and look through and see all the different peppers they put in there, all of which I am not ready for. So, this is from the Sonoran Spice Company. I decided, well, I'm gonna start out with habanero. I've had it before. I've been able to tolerate it on hot wings and different things. Well, let me tell you, this is concentrated dried pepper. It's got a cap about like that. And let me tell you, buddy, it pours out. You want to just dust your stuff. And this side, for somebody that's crazy, is cooking a big pot of chili. Get back underneath the slide a little bit. And as you can see, over the past 3 or 4 weeks, I've been eating something every day. I've eaten it on my peas, eaten it on my eggs, different things. And it got to where, after about a couple of weeks, man, it really just wasn't affecting me. So I decided, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this gift set for myself as a reward. Sometimes we just have to buy stuff for ourselves. And then it goes up to Ghost Powder, Trinidad, Moruga Scorpion, and the Carolina Reaper. So with that being said, man, I tried the ghost pepper. I was actually very surprised I was able to tolerate it. We might do some videos later when I make some peas or something down the road and show you. But man, yeah, it was pretty rough. So then I got cocky the next night and decided I was gonna try just a sprinkle, just a little bit of that Trinidad Scorpion, and I was not ready. Back of my throat was on fire. So I still feel like I'm still in training here and going to work on this. And these are actually very affordable ways. Now, it's pod season right now. As you can see before us, I'm not going to buy any pods, the super hots or anything like that this year. And I'm not growing them because, like I said, it's a little too late. So let's go over the bell pepper a little bit. Let's look at it from a scientific point of view. You guys that are into that. All right, so as you can see, these bell peppers aren't super big. I grew them organically. I used organic herbicide, so nothing crazy in there. So they're not going to be super big, but they are homegrown, just like your maters. I wanted to show you the difference as well. See how this bell pepper, a true bell pepper, has 4 ends on it. It'll set up. So these seeds here, or these plants, should I say, that I got, they were isolated. What I mean by that is, check this out. This one has 3. This little joker has 3. It wanted to do 4 but didn't. And that one's got 4. And this one's got 4. We'll talk about this little pepper in a minute. When they're not isolated and you don't know your seed source or your plant when it's young, they all look alike when you're first starting out. You really don't know. You're just going by the label. You're trusting the person that you're buying it from. So your seeds, you definitely can't tell if they're isolated, meaning that they're pure D pepper that you're buying. So these peppers, when they were grown, came from seeds that were already cross-pollinated with something, which means this isn't a genetic abnormality. It means that it's been its mama mated with the flowers of another flower. The plants were not isolated where they wouldn't cross pollinate, if that makes sense. So the reason why I have the knife here, I want to just go over real quick. Let's pick a pretty 4. I'm going to set the camera up. Should have cut it beforehand, but I think we can do this. 1 second. Alright, so never do this at home. You should have a better system than this. Alright, so we're going to cut this joker in half. Nice crunch. And I just want to show you that, a lot of people don't realize bell peppers, and all peppers, they can mature and they can change color as they mature. So a lot of times when you buy the red and the orange in the store of these bell peppers, they're more mature and they tend to be more sweet. However, you can see that the seeds are developed. Now, this area right in here is called the placenta. Okay, and the reason why I'm telling you that is that's where all your heat's going to be if you have a hot pepper. So a lot of people, when they're trying peppers, they're eating it here and they're like, it's not that hot, and then they get down here and it's hot. Johnny on his site likes to always cut his peppers up and make sure there's no critters in them. So, if this were a hot pepper, you would see a lot of capsaicin. It tends to be right in here, in the placenta, and all along here. So a lot of people say, oh, don't eat the seeds. The seeds is not where the heat is, folks. The heat is all in here. So a lot of times, when you eat those stuffed bell peppers and such, you're gonna find that they're already, the seeds taken out and the placenta and all the white stuff in between. I'm just going to go ahead and try a nibble of this one. Now that one's supposed to be a Pure D bell pepper. It's fresh, it's crisp, traditional bell pepper. Might have a little heat. It might have been mixed with something. Alright, and then wrap this thing up real quick. This one, if you ever had chili rellenos in a Mexican restaurant, that's what this guy is. It falls somewhere around, supposed to be a little bit hotter than the, I'm not going to cut it up. It's going to look similar. Chili rellenos and stuff where they stuff and put, the beans and the meat and stuff all in it. I'm going to put that knife down. So I'm going to go ahead and reverse this camera back, hopefully successfully. And then we'll talk about tolerance and recovery and how that applies. Let's see if I can get her flipped. I'm going to pause and do part 3.